All right, I'm recording too. Let's see here.
The Grey Goose bottle right here.
All right. Welcome to the Invest, Sell, Repeat podcast with Marcus and James. This is going to be a bit of an interesting one because coming to you guys via Skype call because Marcus is somewhere a little bit warmer than Kansas City at this point.
That's right. We're partying out in Vegas right now. You can see we're sitting here at the Wynn, right above the adult-only pool. If I could zoom in, man, you could see some pretty interesting stuff.
Good time. Wait, what are you doing out there?
So it was Kara's birthday, and we came to hang out, chill out for a few days, and honestly, I'm going to play some golf while I'm here and have a really good time. So, you guys holding the fort down while I'm gone?
We're trying. We're trying.
Is everything going to hell in a handbasket over there, or what?
Nothing's caught on fire, so.
Got my hand on
Still locking deals down.
Never go too bad.
Still making it happen every day, huh?
Yep. I think we got a contract back earlier today, and then
we got two actually.
Oh, maybe I didn't see the other one. I was trying to find some people, trying to track them down on a couple deals we got closing.
Like if everything keeps going according to plan, you guys keep doing deals, I just may not come back. So
I might be leaving.
We're going to head to Europe here, and just take a year off and chill out, and just go see the countryside and what's going on over there. So
leave your kids here in Barstow.
Yeah. Oh, the kids. Yeah, I forgot about the kids. I could be doing that.
They're like anchors, It's like you're always like, got to reel them back in.
I'm tied down to those damn kids.
I know.
What are we going to do, man?
Oh, boy. But good stuff. So Kara's birthday, and she turned, 22?
Oh, we couldn't figure it out. So how long did we spent literally, 30 minutes trying to get how to hook up all the cords and do this Skype call that we're doing right now, man. But hey, we have persistence. That is one thing that we've got in our corner is we don't give up.
And then we had to call in tech support
to do this podcast.
We had to get our tech support department in here to.
I know. So our tech support lady, that's really not what she is. I mean, that's just a new title that I gave her. But Hillary's actually getting married. So she's out of town right now. So we wish her all the luck with her new ventures. And actually, you know what? She's already married. She's just doing reception.
Right.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, they're just doing like a little, wedding thing. What is that called when they actually do the wedding?
The ceremony.
The ceremony. I've never been married, so. But yeah, they're doing a small ceremony, and then we're partying for Josh's birthday after that.
That's right.
That was And now what's going on? You're going, Josh?
Tomorrow's actually my birthday.
It is. Well, happy birthday, man.
Oh, well, yeah. You're coming in though, right?
Yeah, I'll be in here tomorrow.
Okay, good. We need you.
Yeah. I don't remember any requested time off.
Yeah, neither do I.
Friday, I said I was going to take a half day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
at least it's not tomorrow.
Having a good time out here. So we've got I don't know if it's complimentary, but they've got
$19.
Yeah, this is an $800 bottle of Grey Goose that I'm drinking. It's about 2 drinks.
One of a kind.
But hey,
you can only find it in their room.
Yeah. So they've got all kinds of little complimentary things here. They've got a little intimate package with condoms and personal lubricant and M&Ms, and they actually even have a hangover hydration kit here to help you. If you party too much, have a little too much to drink. I think it's got aspirin and heroin and crack in it or something. I don't know.
Well,
but all those essential things that you've got to have out here in Vegas.
Of course.
In cities like Vegas and New Orleans, they have those buses where you can go in there and put an IV in your arm if you've had a rough night.
Yeah, they take care of you out here, man. They know how to handle the drunks.
Yeah.
Just any kind of fucked up.
So we're actually, I don't know if you can see it in the video here, but I'm actually facing the golf course here, or my room is facing the golf course. It's the green space right behind the buildings there.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's supposed to be just magnificent and beautiful. So my tee time is tomorrow, 11:30. they told me you're past the 24 hours, so you can't cancel. So what they're saying is, hey, if you don't show up, we're going to charge you the $500 to go play anyway. Jesus. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. We'll be there. We'll be there. It's no big deal. So it should be a lot of fun, man. It looks like an amazing course. It really does.
You brought your caddy with you, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got my caddy. She'll be there. Hopefully she'll be sober enough to give me the right club selection.
Drive the cart on the path.
I'll like I do everything else, man. It's I'll just wing it. It's cart path only, so that should be nice. And
yeah, that works.
So I'm gonna have to hit all of my balls like within 10 feet of the cart path, or it's just gonna be I'm gonna have to walk way too much.
Well, good stuff. So we got a good show today. Josh, what do we got going on here?
Well, last week I was thinking about starting and real estate or wholesaling, whatever, and like thinking about what are some cheap ways to get started and like efficient ways. And then I was doing a bit of reading about wholesaling is kind of a good way to put your foot in the door. So I wanted to ask a few questions about that to you guys.
Okay.
So like, what are the benefits of starting in wholesaling?
You don't have to have a lot of upfront capital.
Yeah,
that's the number one thing. Here's the thing about real estate is the real power behind building a successful, not power, but the real secret behind building a successful real estate company is getting deals. Getting deals is the name of the game. And by getting deals, I mean by getting properties under contract. Because once you have that contract, it gives you all the power in the world to really treat that deal or any way that you want. So you get the contract, what can you do with it? You can assign it. You can find private money. You can get hard money. You can do seller financing. Without the contract, there's no starting ground. There's nowhere to go if you don't have deals. So that's the number one name of the game. It really doesn't matter what level you're at. If you're a newbie, or even at James and I's, that's the vodka talking right there. even after we've done thousands of deals now, and what we do every day is market for deals, and we talk to hundreds of sellers, and we negotiate hundreds of deals, and we follow up and we market strictly to find deals. And the cool thing about it, there's so many different ways to do it. So I've got partners in Indy, and their main strategy is to go to auction. They buy a ton of deals at auction. Now, James and I have actually we bought a handful of deals here in Kansas City from auction. And it's worked out really well. We've
got some good deals from that.
We've got them rehabbed and we've got them sold, and it's worked out really well for us. But you do have to have upfront capital to do that. And if you were like I was when I started my business, I didn't have a lot of capital. All I had was determination. I had a will to succeed, but not a big bank account at the time. So I started selling. Yeah, bad credit. Yeah, that whole 9 yards, man. Which to me, like where I'm at now, it just seems like a distant memory. But it's taken me, 10 years of working my ass off and making a lot of sacrifices to build that company up from just doing a few flip deals, doing a few wholesale deals to what it is today. So now we've got a marketing machine out, right? So our letters and our mailers go out every week. So actually what we do right now is we send postcards to sellers, and we send letters to buyers. And that's a little strategy that we got. We don't have to get into the details about it, but we have sent out thousands and thousands of marketing pieces to get people to call in to buy and sell properties. And that's the name of the game is marketing and follow up if you want to be successful in this business. So yeah, wholesale is a great way to start, man. Let's say that you have zero funds and you don't have a budget for marketing. You can always get plugged in with bird dogs. You can go drive for dollars. And honestly, some of my best deals that I've done have been from me going out, driving neighborhoods, writing down addresses, coming back to my office and looking them up on the county, either trying to find their phone number or sending them a marketing piece, getting in contact with them some way. We've even got a skip trace service that we've been using too that's worked out okay. So there's a million different ways to do it. The biggest thing is you just have to be determined. Okay, so let's break that down a little bit. You really don't have to have a huge bank account to be successful in this business. Perfect example is we met a young lady the other day. We may have talked about this in the last podcast. But she is a rock star, man. So she's only been doing it for 2 months. That's just 2 months. Had no real estate experience, didn't go to the seminar thing and take a bunch of classes. All she had was, hey, I want to improve my financial situation for myself and my family, and I'm going to go out there and hustle. And she has sold 15 or 20 deals in the last 30 days, which is amazing, right? So she didn't have to go out and market for those deals. What'd she do? She wanted to sell deals, so she came and she found people like James and I, and she's already sold a handful of our deals too, and said, hey, I'm new, but I'm hungry. I've got a lot of contacts that I can sell properties to. Just give me your deals, and I'll work on selling them for you. And she's like,
yeah, she has no marketing cost at all.
Yeah, not at all.
She's just marketing and doing stuff.
Yep.
So, but yeah, she's kicking ass and taking names.
So
and making
what
money.
That means to me is that there's no excuses. It really doesn't matter the size of your bank account or how much experience you have. Really, it comes down to how hard do you want to work. And I think that's one thing that's missing. That's a huge thing that's missing in America today is the willingness to put in the hours to do what it takes. So, I've been involved in the whole seminar thing for a lot of years now, and I've seen a recurring theme with a lot of people that go there, and not everybody, a lot of people that go to those seminars have this mentality of, hey, where's that golden ticket, right? Where's that system that I can get plugged into where I can pay my $5,000 and just start cranking out deals and start doing it and start building wealth and start being successful, just like they have been sold on just all the commercials on the internet, the commercials on TV about how easy real estate is. And I can tell you right now that doesn't exist. This business is a lot of work, and you've got to pay your dues, and you've got to put your time in. And if you're willing to do that, and if you're willing to do things temporarily that most people don't do, then you'll be able to live the type of lifestyle that you've always wanted. And James and I are living proof of that, man. We've built an incredible company here. We've got an incredible marketing company, construction company, and all those things that just go along with, building different types of businesses. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, it could be wholesale, it could be bird dog. You could have a huge bank account and go out and start buying a bunch of bad deals, right? And you could lose all your money really quick in this business. So it comes down to determination. To me, determination and work ethic is the biggest thing it takes to succeed in this. You get out there, work your business. It's going to be fun sometimes, and it's going to suck sometimes. But the people that are successful are the ones who keep showing up day in, day out, regardless if you're having a good time, regardless if it sucks. You got to grind it out, and eventually you'll start gaining traction, and you'll start picking up momentum, and you'll start doing more deals and making better connections. But it just takes time. It just takes time to get there.
Right, and that's the thing, though. It can take time, and I think a lot of people may not have the proper expectations of what you were saying, thinking it will happen overnight, and sometimes that does happen, like you're saying, that lady over over 2 months. But some people wait years before they start getting consistent deals. Isn't that right?
So one of the biggest misconceptions that people have about the real estate industry is that they can spend 10 to 15 hours a week and build a successful real estate business. That's how it was pitched to me when I first got started, and it's never been the case for me. I've always had to just put in incredible amounts of hours and put in I say risk, but risk isn't the right word. I've had to take leaps of faith, I guess you could say, and go in different directions in my business that really made me uncomfortable. I can tell you right now, I'm not the type of person to get up and speak in front of a crowd. That it makes me very uncomfortable. I'm much more happy going and negotiating deals with sellers. I feel like that's where I really excel. And I can negotiate a deal, I think, better than most investors. If I talk to somebody and I feel like they're motivated enough and I set up an appointment with them, I have a very high probability of getting that property under contract. Whether negotiating a seller finance deal or negotiating a cash deal, I'm going to get that deal locked up. So I did that for a number of years, but I got to the point in my career where I had to start putting myself out there, right? I wanted to start growing my business, and I wanted to start bringing on new investors to help just do more deals. And to do that, you have to put yourself out there, and you have to get outside of your comfort zone. And that's something that James and I have done consistently throughout our investing careers, is always push forward, never be complacent, never be satisfied with what's going on, always push, like, hey, what's the next thing? Okay, so now we've got Kansas City established, right? We've got our marketing down, we've got a badass team in place. We spent, the last year and a half like really tightening up our systems. And so what are we doing now? Well, hey, let's go to a couple different markets, right? Let's take our systems and what we're doing and go apply them to a couple other markets, just to do more deals.
Right.
Like I said, because that is the name of the game, is doing more deals. So if you are a new investor, that should be your number one thing. Hey, figuring out who the big players in your market is huge. You have to figure who's buying your deals. Because I guarantee you could go to any market across America, and if you spent 30 days just making phone calls and talking to people, you could very easily find out who the top 5 players are in your market.
I agree completely.
You need to have those people in your back pocket, man. Find out who they are. Find out what they're looking for. Are they buy and hold guys? Do they just do flips? Do they do both? Do they want commercial? Do they want to buy land for development? Right now, the economy's doing really well, or so they're telling us it's doing really well. So bank financing is really loose right now. Credit lines are opening up, and we're seeing it really return back to like it was a few years ago before the big crash. And so that just gives you the ability to buy more properties. So find out who those players are, and then just network and build your business that way. So it takes a lot of work. So that's all I'm saying is, hey, step up to the plate, put your time in, take your lumps, and you can grow your business to something that's just really cool and probably bigger than you ever imagined.
There's one more point I want to talk on. I know you're on a Vegas vacation, so I don't want to hold you up for too much longer, but
I know I don't normally drink vodka at 10 o'clock in the morning, but we are in Vegas.
Yeah, we're in Vegas, but talking about the grind and stuff, like, tell me about like the benefits of partnering up like you two did, and not only that, how did like finding the right partner?
Finding the right partner will make or break you. I can guarantee you that. I've had a lot of partners over the years that have either oversold themselves or didn't do what they said they could do, or didn't have the financial backing that they said. There's a million different reasons why partners don't work out. And I just think that's a thing that you just have to figure out over time. As far as like advice that I could give about finding a new partner, that's an experience thing. You've got to get out there and you've got to put your toes in the water, right? You got to get your feet wet, and you've got to make mistakes. I mean, that's the only thing I can say.
You really got to have a history with that person too. You need to have done deals. You need to be, you need to know that person very well. Know what your strengths are, what their strengths are on your weakness and their weakness. And because you're basically married to that person if you're starting a partnership.
Yep.
Like everything that Marcus and I do is all tied together. Our bank accounts are tied. Not everything that we do, but for our company, we have to hire people. We have to agree.
Oh.
And sometimes we don't agree. I don't think it's that often, but we have to give a little and trust one another that okay, well, hey, I'm going to go with you on this, and next time it might be him going with me on one of my decisions if I feel strong about it, and just trying to give and take, just essentially just like a relationship. So
absolutely, yeah. We talk about that stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. We don't always see eye to eye. And James and I don't necessarily have the same investing philosophy either. Mm-hmm. It's very similar and we're close, but yeah, we disagree. But it's more about talking it out and coming to a good decision. What's best for the company?
Yeah.
And let's think about it. So James and I we've done a shit ton of deals together here in the last good grief. When did we started doing deals together? Probably 4 or 5 years ago. So we've done a ton of deals, and we partnered up a couple of years ago, just like James said, because, I clearly have weaknesses, and there's things in this business that I'm just not good at. And James is really good at those things. And I could say the same thing about him. There's things that he doesn't necessarily have, whatever the right attitude for, or the right personality, or and that I'm really strong in. So, I think our partnership has worked out very well. And you have to trust your partner too. So imagine let's say that you had a bank account, worth that had $1 million in it. Would you trust your partner to be honest with you and not steal money from you? I think if you could answer that honestly about somebody, that would be a good step in the right direction. So I trust James 100%, right? So like we both have full access to our bank accounts. We trust each other. Right now it's all about building the company, building the brand, figuring out how to do more deals, and really just grow. So like once you get to that point and you start asking those types of questions, that's a great way to go. I think that's a good test right there. Hey, would I trust this person with $1 million? Would I trust them 100%? Would they steal from me? No, I don't. I do trust that person. They wouldn't steal from me. And that's kind of you start talking about that and how many people could be honest with themselves, honest about their partners, about how much they really trust them. And again, to me, that just goes back to experience. It really does.
I think just getting started, you need to do deals together, whether that be a flip together or, it's kind of hard to screw somebody over on a wholesale deal. I've seen it happen, but it's a very easy way to protect yourself and your partner on that. But, just trying to do anything that's got a little bit of risk involved with somebody before you go, essentially hopping into a relationship with them.
Absolutely.
You need to make sure that that's there, and and that's usually going to take time. It's not going to be something that you're going to just, go find somebody because they're doing a lot of deals and you feel like you guys could be a good fit for each other and just go partner up, which I feel like I see happen a lot, especially with new people. They need somebody to kind of lean on, and then they end up just going into a partnership, and, might work out, it may not work out, but, especially if you're starting out, it's kind of hard to determine that because you don't even know what you're doing or what you're going to end up doing later on. You're just chasing one thing that you've learned, and that doesn't mean that thing's going to work out. So but
it takes time. It takes time to find to build up the right team, to get the right partners. I just can't put enough emphasis on just getting out there and working your business. That's the only way that you're going to figure it out. Is you could sit here and you could listen to people talk about, hey, this you need to structure partnerships this way, and you need to vet people this way. The thing is, there's so many circumstances and scenarios that happen on a day-to-day. I look at our business, so we have a property management company, we have acquisition and construction, and we spend a lot of time putting little strategic things in place or little scenarios. If this happens, then my team should react this way. And the thing is, we could spend the next 10 years putting that all together and getting it dialed in, and it still would never be complete because there's so many different situations and so many scenarios and like just different things that pop up that you would never even think about, right? James and I had that happen the other day with a deal we did. Brand new scenario. We sold a property that had a tenant in it, and it turned into this big deal with one of our big clients that buys a lot of deals from us that we had to go take care of, right? Because it was a legitimate stake that we had made, so we owned up to it and we went and took care of it, and that's after 10 years, combined 20 years experience. So a lot of it is getting in the game, and
I agree,
and making your mistakes. That's what you're going to learn the most from, is going in and doing deals and getting screwed over. Because once you do that, it's going to stick in your mind, and you're going to be like, oh, hey, I better not do that anymore.
Right.
So.
Well, all right, then. Well, Marcus, we're going to let you get back to your vacation. I'm a little jelly on this overhand. It's getting a little colder here in Kansas City.
He's jelly.
I know. It's like a nice, cool 85 here in Vegas. One more shot of the pool.
Oh,
I wish I could zoom in.
I think I see some tatas.
So if I could zoom in, right there's the topless pool.
Nice.
Well, all right.
Like I said,
hey, if you go down there, you'll fit in.
I could go topless down there, yeah. So I think the only requirement to be at the topless pool is you've got to be over 18, maybe over 21, I don't know. But you also have to be 60 years old. So, 2 requirements.
Over 21 and 60.
Yeah, over 21 and a minimum of 60. That's kind of what I've seen.
and you have to be saggy.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Gravity will apply.
All right, guys.
It's okay to roll
Cheers.
them up.
This is the last of the $800 bottle of vodka here at the Wynn.
All right.
So,
well, I'm toasting. I've got vodka in mine. I'd
got
show
water,
you, but
unfortunately,
he's got water. Hey, pour that man a drink. I know we've got plenty of alcohol at the office.
Yeah, I don't think Josh has really been involved in that yet.
Not yet.
We will.
Yeah.
We'll get him involved.
Yeah,
Don't worry. When I
till
get back,
spring comes back.
Yeah, I need to get on that deal.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Cheers.
All right,
have
man.
a good one.
Hey, you
Go
have
out
a good one,
and
man.
kill it and do deals, man.
Hey, good luck on the golf course tomorrow, all right?
I'll let you know.
Enjoy your massage.
Real quick, though, hey, if you do want to see what's going on tomorrow on the golf course or just follow me, hit me up on Snapchat because we do a lot of updates. You can find me at Marcus Painter. Super easy to find. All my social media on Twitter and everything.
Is M Painter 3.
M Painter 3.
And I'm J D Wood.
J Do. He's already forgotten.
No, but mine's J Dunwoody and the number 2. So
D Wood.
D Wood.
All right, man. Later.
All
Keep
right.
rocking it out,
Yep.
man.
Hey, you guys have a good one. We'll see you on the next show.
Whoop.
Whoop.
The next deal.
All right. Let's see here.